Goals are going to be really hard to come by here tonight. We can see that already. They've only conceded 50 goals in the last 5 weeks, Geelong. Only 28 of those have come after quarter time, so they really do tighten up and defend well after quarter time, the Cats. So that's probably a good thing that Richmond have a little break.
So we start the second quarter here. Cochin off the ground. McIntosh gaining the benefit, being in front. And now immediately, first entry inside 50 on the head of Riewoldt, punched away from him. Geelong Stewart arrives first, and we'll throw it back into play. Right in that MCC members pocket there. This being the city end of the ground. Had a bit of light drizzle early. I think that is all but gone now. Smith knocking the footy down. Prestia, been a good acquisition for the Tigers.
Danger at full forward again, BT, isolated, and they're holding him back too. He's staying back almost inside forward 50 on Dylan Grimes there.
So can they get quick ball down to him to give him the one-on-one? And then Curvis front spot wins the tap. Martin tapped it forward. A lot of disposals in the opening term for Martin, and then measures that kick but cut off. Blitzarves did well. He's so athletic, Blitzarves.
And Blitzarves and Sam Menegola, 2 players we mentioned in the first quarter, only 1 possession each. They're the running machines of the Geelong lineup. They've got to find a way to get into this game, get their hands on the footy. So Hawkins, Rance, Taylor playing that defensive role on Rance. Cochin talked a lot about his contribution, but he just bangs that back, and Stewart waited under it. Still searching, and puts Guthrie under pressure. He coughs it up, and now they're away. And Riewoldt's got a wonderful opportunity. He caresses to a bloke that's getting plenty of the ball forward at 50. Well, one of those moments Tom Stewart would want back. Just took his eyes off the ball, had to sit under it for a little bit, and Richmond pounced on the drop mark, the spillage, and Josh Caddy again working hard to get inside forward 50 duck and taking another mark.
He kicked 2 goals for Geelong in the qualifying final last year, Caddy. Here he is in the qualifying final against the Cats tonight. And does he get a second? No, he keeps hitting the post.
There's a lot of posters tonight. It was a clever kick by Riewoldt, wasn't it? In other years, Riewoldt there blazes away. It was a really clever kick.
4 posters tonight, Duck, in fact, plus, if you want to pay the double hit, 5. 5 times the woodwork's been hit tonight, Bruce.
You'd like a double dip, eh?
Yeah. Boy, here goes Floston. Good grab. So it's going to go back inside 50. Doesn't necessarily want to go too deep here. Someone presents up. He'd love to see that. So he waits. Now the high footy right to the square. Riewoldt winding up. Tui went in the air. Off hands here. Townsend it is with the footy in one hand. He was locked up. So important little stoppage here for the Cats. Defence. You can see Lonergan guarding the goal square there. Smith goes towards the boundary line and gives Stewart an out if he needed it. And he did.
Inside 50's just starting to mount up at the moment. 18 to Richmond, 10 to Geelong, and it's been on the back of clearances and contested possession. Richmond are winning it around the congestion, getting it forward and just locking it in.
So Smith took that out of there, took a chance, never quite got what he wanted. Gee, Duncan was powerful there. Selwood gone, I think. Gone.
That's what they do, the Tigers. They just do not allow you to run the footy out of their forward half of the ground with no pressure.
And he's had not a tagging role, but a run with role on Joel Selwood down Prestia. Coming up for his 10th disposal, a huge tackle there. He kicks a goal on the Cats skipper. Wow, this will lift his team.
He's 0-3 from set shots this year. It is a small sample. So he's now 0-4 from set shots. So the Tigers have missed a chance here, really, to put their foot on Geelong's throat.
I mean, this sums up the Tigers. Last year in 2016, ranked 18th in tackles inside 50. Lingy, this year, they're second, only to the side they're actually playing in Geelong. So there's the improvement in this part of the ground. High footy again here. Mackey's got a bit to do. Tui, nice little touch. Hughes tried to bore a hole through the whole lot of them. Selwood had the ball smothered by Edwards, picked up by Tui, banged it out of the action. Hawkins comes forward, nice mark from him. Not much on here. Dangerfield points to the boundary and says, let's get it out in that direction if we can. And now Menengola.
Hawkins been able to take a couple of marks down the line, really important.
And that's the new mobility of Hawkins, isn't it? The fact that he's prepared to move up the ground. Scott Selwood hugging the boundary line. He sort of wants a stoppage. You know what happens? It's a fair call. So he gains 40 metres. Geelong suddenly get a little bit of breathing space, don't they? They've been suffocated at the start of this term.
They do, but they've got to start winning this situation. Minus 11 at the moment, the Cats. They beat Richmond by 20 in contested possessions in the game a few weeks back. Richmond dominating them around the contest at the moment.
Blitzarv's able to take it away from Prestia and get another stoppage. You made an interesting point about Martin when we were off air, Duck. A lot of the ball early, but not many metres gained tonight.
No, exactly right. He's actually gained 32 metres. That's not usually his go.
Selwood to Colin Jasney. Now Colin Jasney with a careful kick and a good one. And he's got his full forward within range.
He's on tonight, Tom, marking the footy really well, protected the footy really well there, BT. I know you like to put the Dukes out there, slippery conditions, but with such a big frame.
So he gives it off and Tui shakes it.
I wonder why your designated goal kicker would do that.
And he can kick that distance, no problem at all.
I reckon during the London Olympics a few years ago, he kicked a very famous goal from about there, didn't he?
Did Tui call for it? Like, he probably shouldn't call for it there.
Yeah, it's a good point, Richo. Give him the confidence to kick it, encourage him to go for it.
He's got the distance easily, Hawkins.
Yeah, we all think so. Blitzarv's now, so Dangerfield lurking dangerously. Parsons there, puff it. Went and got it. And boundary line. So it's not exactly the goal-kicking frenzy. Now, there it is. He was a little flat-footed as well, Tui.
Strange.
I'm not sure Tui did want that and called for it. I think Tom Hawkins almost encouraged him to take it.
Maybe you're right, Lingy. Certainly looked like that on the replay, didn't it? Grigg with the tackle on Selwood. Eddie Stevic, the umpire. 3 umpires in charge tonight. Matthew Nichols, Shane McInerney and Matt Stevic.
And then Curvis got over the top. Blitzarv sort of roved in the end. Didn't do much with it. Floston put Grimes under great pressure. Broad under a bit of pressure. No kick from Asprey. Good stuff by Taylor. Parsons doesn't get it far. Cochin measures it. He goes as hard and long as he can. And a good mark by Revolt. And then Revolt's used the ball well tonight. He gets to a one-on-one. Good stuff, Mackey. Just held his ground. Henderson took a long time. Rioli got rid of it in a hurry. Martin back into a congested spot. Well done, Edwards. Gets it across to Lambert. Lambert's kick is going to go.
What about that from the Tigers?
Again, just pressure again. It's just incredible.
James Parsons sore after that, came into this game with an injury in the Giants game round 23, hurt his ankle. He looked sore there.
Those little buzzard Tiger forwards just applying incredible pressure and great teamsmanship as well. They are good. Edwards, inside 50, got to get a touch on this too, and he does now. Rioli once again there, just to make sure he gets the kick correctly, and he does, as Parsons will go down inside the rooms to get a little bit of attention there. In the meantime, Murdoch, half back, very close to the man on the mark in McIntosh. High footy, Taylor under it, over the back here, Nankervis in front. He goes again, Nankervis. Broad there, caught with a fitty, coughed it up. Selwood, little handball. Taylor, nifty little kick to Menengola. He turns around without any thought, any great direction. Had a little bit of pressure on him and lost him.
But it's the perceived pressure now, BT. It doesn't even need to be real pressure because of the way Richmond have played the first quarter and a bit of this game. And that'll be 50.
I'm playing the 50. Don't lose the 50. Let's go. To the middle. Get to the middle. Watch.
So Hurley gets the 50 metres.
It didn't really swing through with the definite 50 metres, but
Nothing more than that. The fact
not a lot of
the ball-
malice in it. No.
No, he's a brilliant kick normally, Hurley, and he's able to get it off to Prestige. He's been busy, Prestige, hasn't he? Been buzzing about. Can he find a target forward 50? Sets it up, goes lowish to the pocket, very wide. Caddy there, and that ball not quite in or out. And now a boundary throw in.
Well, we've got the Telstra tracker throughout the finals in Camden, McIntosh. Big numbers to this point in the game, but Toby Nankervis, look at that, 5.5 Ks. Shows the work rate of the big man, the ruckman, but Zach Smith matching him as well in third place. So a couple of surprises there, the two big guys, second and third on the number of Ks travelled.
There is Smith, Ngola, Selwood, Murdoch, Kolajasny, Hughes, Hawkins, and now Scott Selwood with a little finishing kick. Hooley got in the way. Parfitt gets the footy now. Turns onto the right boot. Goes as long as he possibly can. Taylor was there, Rance. And from the side, Floston is playing a cracking game of defensive footy.
Oh, that's a great mark. Never took his eyes off the footy.
And a couple of big bodies coming at him, Wayne. So he gives it back to Rance. Just to get your breath back almost for a moment. Just to measure it now. Back to Floston, he has a bit of time and he decides to go long and gets it into the forward half of the ground for Richmond, and they're over the back. Edwards didn't use Grigg, but he goes to Castagno, has a little fumble. Lonigan did well. And then that kick from Parfitt, Chi and Guthrie, so two kids combining together. Actually, Guthrie's first quarter was pretty good, I reckon. Young boy coming in, he was the surprise. Menzel out and Zach Guthrie in. That kick down the line, not marked. Parfitt's quick kick to a contest. Taylor and Rance. Taylor paddling. Hooley terrific. Back to Broad.
So here they go. Reload. Danger. Motlop got on the end of this. No one inside 50 for the Cats. So he has to hold. He could do no more. No point yelling at him. Now it can go. Someone there, and Smith comes hard at the footy here. Selwood in the middle of all that. Prestia went without the football. G. Smith having a real crack. He went again. Menengola with the handball out the back. Broad's there. Dragged to the ground. He has another go, Broad. Tries to shuffle the ball out. Dangerfield got rid of one. Motlop looking for the handball. Couldn't win the footy though. That was the problem. And the Tigers just get it out of the danger zone. Hughes under enormous Castagna pressure. Just got rid of it in the nick of time. He was closing fast.
Sure was. Kolajasny under pressure. Did well. Slipriology. Hughes was good a moment ago. Handball missed though. Back to young Guthrie. He rides it okay. Back to Lonigan. Great tackle by Revolt. Richmond are swarming here. Selwood, Kolajasny. Richmond are all over them. I mean, how good was that?
What about that, Bruce? The constant attack. Unbelievable. And now the benefit of all of that 30 or 40 seconds of great defensive attitude as they get it deep in their forward line. Geelong under attack, but remember, no scoring being done in this game at the moment, so no harm being done. Prestia with a ripping tackle to finish off Kolajasny.
Numbers to the footy.
And smart though as well. They're picking off the receiver as well, so it's not all just fees to a honeypot. It's numbers and method with their defensive pressure.
They queue up. One misses, the next one's on the way.
Prestia just did something we rarely see. He actually won the ball off Dangerfield when Dangerfield had some control. But as you say, no big damage done yet to the Cats on the board.
What a shot that is, Bruce.
Oh, it's a remarkable night. I mean, the 5 minutes before the game was exciting enough, and this has been a ripper. So hard to get a goal, but just so exciting. Every contest. Here's Martin. Here he is. Yeah, it's Dusty. Bang. Goes to full forward. Mackey got back and took the mark.
And let's not forget, there is still a 0 sitting in the Geelong goals column. That would be weighing on the Geelong players' minds. They'd be starting to wonder, where's it going to come from? Is it ever going to come?
But only 2 for the Tigers there, Lingy, so probably no harm done. There's nothing in it at the moment. I know, not a great feeling having not scored, but in terms of goals. But no damage done just yet. Big time Motlop with a tackle. And it was a little too rude. And Grimes will benefit here. By Matty Nichols in the middle. That ball's wide to Broad, kicks wide to Broad. Broad just taking a little bit of a sting out of it here. Tigers have got an overload on this side of the ground. Broad ignores that. No one on the mark. No, he doesn't. He finds one of them. This is Hooley. He'll swing on to the left. He'll reel and go. No, pocket. Have a look at it. Have a look at it in the pocket. Who's that standing there? Prestia, I think it was. Now the ball hits the deck. Opportunity for the Tigers here. Murdoch under pressure. Little handball by Castagna. Rioli's there. Castagna went back and got it again. Snapped by Butler. The three smalls combined. Butler, Castagna, they're all there. Butler with the finisher. But they all handled it. All three of them.
Once again, it's just built off the back of just elite pressure in and around the footy. The Cats don't know what to do with it at the moment. They don't know where to turn. Every time they turn, they're caught with the footy.
It's manic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely manic.
Well, once again, built off the back of pressure. Good, quick forward handball they've used all night to great success.
And the Tiger army just roaring. Smith did well. Jim Menegola. He's had a quiet start tonight. He's had a great month, but he's had a poor first half. No, 5 disposals, but nothing clean. I mean, he coughed one up going forward a moment ago.
And we're seeing now Geelong drop simple marks like that and fumble. And again, come back to your point, Duck. It's the pressure of Richmond and the perceived pressure that's building in the Geelong players' minds.
Jasny got it off Guthrie. He belts it forward and gets it to about 25 metres. Asprey getting back, paddling. Now Parsons back out there. That's good. He works it in front of him, goes to ground. Rance did well, did very well. The soft handball over the top, and they get it to the line.
So just have a look at this. Watch Motlop's hand, bang! And just lucky he grabbed the thigh, I think, instead of the other region. Otherwise, there could have been a little bit of trouble there. 21-point Tiger lead. Wasn't quite sure what I was going to say, Doug. Here's Prestia. Just hurried, but Bruce mentioned it before. He's the leading possession getter on the ground. Dion Prestia with 14. By the way, I know you love the crowd updates, but over 95, Bruce. What about that? Rance with the thump away. Looking for and finding Alice here. High balls, one Menegola, no mark paid there. You heard the umpire call. Now he's had a lot of time. And Lambert in the end, harassing, is able to milk the free. And the Tigers at half back.
You mentioned Dion Prestia, BT, 14 disposals, playing a bit of a run with tight roll on Joel Selwood. The skipper's only had 5 possessions for the Cats, so Prestia absolutely dominating that matchup.
Lonergan got it from Blitzars, who did well, and here's Menegola to fall forward. Well, Reds brilliantly couldn't quite take the mark. Guthrie flossed it, he threw it.
That was brilliant by Rance. You know, to read the flight of the footy was out of possession, but just he's fearless in the air.
And he's had one hard knock tonight, Duck.
Yep.
And just courage personified, wasn't it?
It's just that hand that he always seems to get in at the right time.
He's just a desperado when he plays footy. It's great to watch.
You wouldn't expect anything less from the All-Australian captain, would you?
That's right. 4 times, I think 4 in a row, Bruce, isn't it? Yep. In terms of All-Australians, and Murdoch still not feeling the best. Just a star, this man, Alex Rance. Just plays with such great intensity and leadership and desperation. And Curvis there. Here's Cochin. Good ball to Lambert. He was off before he'd won it. He knew Scott Selwood was closing quickly. This is what happened to Murdoch here. Bit of collateral damage from the Rance efforts. He's going to stay out there. He's just given the thumbs up there, so seems to be okay. Neutral position on the wing here. Caddy got it rolling forward. Could have peeled off the handball. Took him on. Knocked one out of the way. Lambert from beyond 50. Will it clear the pack? It doesn't. Off hands, and now Martin to get it to the boundary line. He wants to keep it alive. Buse pins it to him. What does the umpire do here?
Good contest.
Richmond have just been able to open up Geelong at the stoppages. Josh Caddy that time straight through the middle. Opened up a great chance for the Tigers to kick a goal. Used the forward handball effectively, and that time Caddy did it himself.
No danger or Selwood around that stoppage. They're both on the bench, Lingy.
Josh, Mark, back this way.
So Caddy and Blitzarves are the ruckman here. You'd say Blitzarves has the big advantage, but can he take advantage of that? Pressed here again down low. Martin cut off by Stewart, I think.
All pinned. Thank you. Thank you.
So another stoppage.
Hey, Mark, it's all right. It's all right. It's okay. Tom, Dusty. Yes. Nominate Richmond. Josh. Yep, back this way.
So same two. Blitzarves, Caddy. Again, Blitzarves gets a little hand. Selwood bangs it as far as he can.
Out of the way he does. Might come back though. Hooley, bit of a fresh airy there. And Nankervis happy just to hold it up here and force the stoppage. And as Lingy says, they've been on top in that area.
Straight back.
So there's two guys. So he's been on the bench for 5 minutes now. Joel Selwood, Guthrie, Menegola.
Push. Let it go. It's a free kick here. Your free kick. No.
So it's Parfit's
Josh.
free here.
Straight away.
Matt Stevic very clear in his instructions there.
And we marvelled at the fact Joel Selwood got up for tonight, but we have to ask the question, when he's had 5 touches, he's sitting on the bench, had no influence whatsoever, just how sore he is coming into this game and whether or not it turns out to be the right move to have played the skipper. Maybe it was too soon.
Watched him closely in the warm-up, and I've got to say, you could see that he was playing, warming up in a bit of pain, that is for sure. He knew he was going to have to play with that, I guess. There's no way out as Broad continues to scrap without the footy with Hawkins. Low-scoring affair.
He's still not coming on, I don't think, Selwood. So he's gone back on now, has he? Okay.
Just got on.
Tigers by 21. Here's Duncan. Little ball. And Gola involved with the handball initially, and Cooley happy to see it go over the line and out of bounds.
Just thinking about this goalless first half. It's been 40 years since the Cats haven't kicked a goal in any match in the first half. It's been 90 years in any final since the team's been goalless at half-time.
Hold of the arm. And Curvis. Just hold of the arm.
And the longer it goes, the harder that first one's going to be, isn't it?
Play on.
So
Don't grab his arm.
Broad at the back of Nankervis to Hooley.
Hold there.
Patient.
Move it on. Play on.
3.5 goals in front. Good kick down that line. Cochin did well. Butler now goes over the top. Does it stay in? Lambert, Zach Guthrie. Got it to Stewart. Dinky little kick, not great. Caddy's been really important. Does he find a target? He does. That's a good mark. Revolt knew it was coming.
And he's got the right shape of kick for this Rewald. He loves to have a little tail on his footy duck of left to right.
Yep. He's been clever at times in this quarter, being able to lower their eyes and hit targets.
15 gone.
He would fancy himself here, I reckon, Bruce.
Certainly committed, isn't he? Full commitment. How good is it looking? It's just going across the front. Is that a mark? No. Ball still in dispute. Kicking out. Now Kolajasny doesn't get it away very far.
No, not very effectively. A lot of Tigers around the footy. Brandon Ellis copped a bit of collateral damage. Paddy Dangerfield, look at them get in and congratulate Brandon Ellis.
Commitment by 2 players there. Brandon Ellis, Patrick Dangerfield, 50-50 ball. Just bang. That is hard footy. They both get to their feet, get back involved in this next stoppage.
That's a head clash there too.
Crunching stuff. The ball, Duncan. Here is Dangerfield from half-back, gets it to a genuine one-on-one. Taylor and Rance tie each other up. The umpire said you're both in it. Now the follow-up little ball here. Hawkins might have thrown it. He has with the one hand. And so in the end, Rance wins it. was an absolute one-on-one, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's been enormous tonight, Rance.
Kicks down the line to the wing, and Curvis.
Good mark. Gee, Rance has been a colossus again tonight, hasn't he? Curvis has kicked the centre wing. They're right on top here, Richmond. They are right on top.
Completely on top,
Yep.
Bruce. It's not showing quite as dominant on the scoreboard yet, but they are all over them.
Lambert to half forward. Zach Guthrie's been pretty good. Careful kick, but not to a careful position, actually. Motlop. Well done, Menegola. That was really clean. He kicks the centre and then given up by Taylor to Tui. Back to Motlop. Surely, yes, at long last. They've hit the scoreboard. And suddenly, doesn't one goal in a low-scoring game make a big difference?
Oh, it's funny that it's only 15 points. They've been dominated, Geelong, but they're only 15 points down.
They're on their knees, I reckon, thinking almost, don't you?
And he's had a bad night, Steve Motlop, up to this point, but he can get rolling from that.
That helps, doesn't it?
So here it is. Got a bit of space, had some time. We know he's very capable in that area there. Brandon Ellis has come off with a shoulder injury as well. I think after that bump with Dangerfield earlier that we showed, there's Scott Selwood, little handball to Mitch Duncan. He's trying his heart out there. 13th touch of the footy. Selwood back to Duncan. Duncan will gain possession here. Grigg the chaser. The kick not so good, and McIntosh able to cut it off. Can they hurt them back on the inside? Martin tried to wind up. Got some support from Caddy. Here's Rewalt on the lead. Too far out. There'll be no 50 there. Rewalt turns, goes, sees an empty goal square. Wanted to skid. Henderson gets back, and in the end, probably a good result for the Tigers.
Yeah. That's the head
Brandon
clash
Ellis
there.
shoulder, yeah. And the shoulder to Alice Duck as well. He worried about his head, but he's come off with the shoulder.
Just had to be a little bit more patient there, Jack.
Yep.
Just had to slow it up and wait for some options to get inside 50.
There he's doing the ruck work against Smith. Duncan did pretty well. They tried to drag it back. Revolt just cut off by Blitzarves. He's held up. Just thinking about the trade-ins for Richmond. Caddy, Prestian and Curvis this year. Gee, they've played a role all season, but tonight...
Been good, haven't they? Been so good.
20 metres from Richmond's goal. Martin trying to get through. So both Martin and Dangerfield have been okay, but they've been hurled, haven't they?
They're not their normal influence. They've been good.
Yep. Efforts
great.
there, but
Yeah.
not great yet.
Last minute of the half here. Richmond in a good scoring position. And Curvis, as Bruce just mentioned, grabbed it out of the ruck, had to get it on the boot quickly, just pushed Dangerfield out of the way. Here's Martin, turns on the left, gets into a good position, little low with the footy. Grigg shoveled it out, Tui aware. Good handball, Smith, standing start, but it's going to come back here. We've got 30 seconds in the quarter remaining. Broad's got it, just forward to the centre. Good little ball, no, it didn't clear the head of Guthrie.
So he has to wait for the truth. He'd love to have got it on in a hurry. He spirals it to about 50 metres. Parsons, Taylor, toe poking it off the ground. You can see the clock. We're nearly at half-time. Rance gets back, gives it to Grimes. Taylor can't quite get him down. Grimes goes long and hard. Mark taken by Selwood. Handballs off. Dangerfield! Dangerfield! Oh, yes, he does. The timing is exquisite. That is big. What a half. What a final. What a finish to the first half. The champ kicks the goal. And Geelong get the last two. And at half-time before the biggest crowd that have ever been to a qualifying final, Richmond lead by 9 points.